The autumn leaves were falling the day everything broke between us. I was 22, and you were 25, and we stood in Mom's kitchen screaming words we could never take back. You said I abandoned the family when I moved across the country for that job. I said you were jealous because you stayed behind to take care of everyone like always. We both cried, but neither of us reached across the table to wipe the other's tears. Dad just stood there silent like he always did when things got too loud. And then I walked out and slammed the door, and that was the last time we spoke for 12 years. 12 years. I told myself I was right. I told myself you were controlling and bitter. I built a whole life in California with friends who never knew I had a sister. I got married, had a daughter named Lily, and every birthday I sent Mom pictures, but I never asked about you. I convinced myself the silence was peace. But every Thanksgiving when the table felt one chair short, I felt it in my chest like a bruise that never healed. You stayed in that small Ohio town. You took care of Mom when her knees gave out. You drove Dad to his doctor appointments when the cancer came back quiet and cruel. You worked double shifts at the hospital as a nurse and came home to make sure they ate real meals. And I know you did it all without ever saying my name out loud. Because Mom told me once in a careful voice that you kept my old photos in a box under your bed. But you never looked at them. Then last winter Mom called. Her voice was thin like paper. She said, "Your father is gone, honey, he passed this morning." And I sat on my kitchen floor in Los Angeles with the phone pressed to my ear, and I couldn't breathe. I asked if you were there. She said yes, she's sitting right beside me holding my hand. And something in me cracked open. I booked the first flight home. The funeral was cold and grey. Everyone wore black and spoke in soft voices. I saw you across the cemetery standing by the casket. Your hair was shorter now, threaded with silver, but you still stood straight like you were carrying the weight of the whole world on your shoulders. I walked toward you slowly like I was afraid the ground would open up. When you looked up, your eyes were red and tired, but they were still your eyes. Still the same blue that matched mine. And for a moment we just stared. I whispered, "I'm sorry." You whispered, "Me too." And then we fell into each other like children. We held on so tight I could feel your heartbeat against my ribs. We cried into each other's coats until the fabric was soaked. And I felt every single year of silence pour out between us like poison finally leaving the body. After the burial we went back to the house. The same house we grew up in with the creaky stairs and the wallpaper Mom never changed. We sat at the kitchen table where we had screamed all those years ago. You made coffee the way Dad liked it, strong and a little burnt. And we started talking. Really talking. Not the careful polite words we used with Mom watching. But the raw truth. You told me how scared you were when I left. How it felt like I was saying the life you chose wasn't good enough. You told me you worked nights so you could be home when Mom needed you. And how lonely it got sometimes when the house was quiet. I told you how guilty I felt every holiday. How I looked at Lily and wondered if she would ever know her aunt. How I kept your old letters in a drawer and read them when I couldn't sleep. We cried again. But this time it felt like healing. That night we went through old photo albums. We laughed at pictures of us in matching Easter dresses with missing front teeth. We cried over the ones from Dad's 60th birthday, when he still had hair and hope. You showed me the box under your bed. All my school pictures, my graduation announcement, the silly notes we passed in high school. You had kept everything. I showed you pictures on my phone of Lily learning to ride a bike. Her dark hair flying behind her just like yours used to. The next morning I called my husband and told him I wasn't coming home yet. I stayed for 2 weeks. We cleaned out Dad's closet together. We cooked his favorite chili and burned the first batch just like he always did. We sat on the porch swing in the evenings wrapped in the same old quilt. And we talked until the stars came out. About everything we missed. About everything we wanted to fix. One night you asked if Lily could come visit someday. I said she's coming next month for spring break. You smiled, the first real smile I had seen on your face in years. And you said I can't wait to teach her how to make Grandma's apple pie. When I finally had to leave, we stood in the airport hugging like we were afraid to let go. You pressed a small gift into my hand. It was the silver locket Mom gave me for my 16th birthday. The one I thought I lost when I moved. You said you found it in Dad's things, and you wanted me to have it back. I opened it and inside was a new picture. You and me taken just the day before on the porch swing, laughing with tears still in our eyes. I wear that locket every day now. Lily knows her Aunt Sarah. She knows the stories of the summers we spent catching fireflies and building forts in the backyard. She knows how we lost each other for a while but found our way back. And every Thanksgiving now the table has that one extra chair filled. We hold hands before dinner and say grace. And when we say we are thankful for family, I look across the table at you. And I know you look back at me. And we both understand what family really means. It means choosing to come back. It means forgiving when it's hard. It means holding on even when the years try to pull you apart. We lost 12 years. But we have the rest of our lives to make up for it. And every day I am grateful. That love, real sister love, is stronger than silence. Stronger than pride. Stronger than time. I love you, Sarah. I never stopped. And I never will again. 1.6 Ask anything.